to wait because we want to see results as soon as we can. Right, let's move on because of our time. The efforts to bring sanity to foreign exchange markets in Nigeria are being intensified. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, has revealed that security agencies, including the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, are investigating questionable Forex allocations and forward contracts estimated at $2.4 billion. The development followed the conclusion of the audit of $7 billion debt inherited by the Cardoso-led CBN from the previous administration of the Apex Bank. The CBN governor disclosed that security agencies are investigating the Forex transactions and have been declared invalid by the audit report. Biko, let me quickly ask you this. Help us understand the findings of the Deloitte FX audit report and the implications of the $2.4 billion invalid request highlighted by the Central Bank of Nigeria government.
Yeah, the CBN governor told us some weeks back that some people who did not even request for Forex got Forex allocated to them. They were looking at the books, looking at what transpired before they came on the scene. And he said in some cases, some got allocation of Forex more than they even demanded for. How did that happen? That is, it happened in the era of the worst CBN governor in Nigerian history. The worst. Under whose watch the president's signature was forged, and they moved money with the intention of paying European election observers.
In quotes.
Do they pay observers? The EU pays these people and they send them to
place of assignment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But our own CBN took it upon itself to pay election observers. Huh?
CBN is not INEC. What's their business?
So
CBN is not CSO.
So many things happened.
Or NGOs.
So many things happened. You see, we are now seeing the benefit of proper running of the Forex market. Look at the regulations, look at the guidelines that have come to help us sanitize the sector. Look at the facts, look at the way your friends are running skelter now to dispose the dollars in their hands. Some of them have almost run mad. You bought dollars for 1,800 naira. You thought it would go to 2,500.
Now they've been asked to sell it 1,260.
Because they were.
It is not in our lifetime. If you come to the world a different person, it is during your own time that naira will exchange for 2,500.
Some people are actually, praying fervently for naira to hit.
They are the ones.
Some were saying it will get to 2,500, and they were busy buying.
Yes, that's the thing. Now they are hitting their heads against the wall. Like a crazed bull.
They are still very optimistic.
That will still go to
surprise you, definitely.
Okay, those guys
are still forecasting.
Those guys that you spend your time going to their timelines on Twitter. For your sanity, there are certain people that you should not even bother to read whatever they post. Just treat them like they don't exist. If you want your sanity to be intact. This is what we are talking about. Banks are complicit in the destruction of the Forex markets, what they turned the Forex market to. Right. This is a crooked market where a good number of people are not playing by the rules. And that's why there's a need to look at that sector. Let's punish the people who moved $2.4 billion. That's a lot of money.
That's right.
There cannot be closure to that matter until we have dealt decisively with this kind of people so that they can tell their children the story. When they come out of prison, they can tell their children. I hope we will find the courage to jail them.
Absolutely.
When they come out of prison, they will say, this was what I did. My son, don't do this. Don't make the mistakes that I made. When the father is on his dying bed, he starts relaying some of his escapades.
Yeah.
Don't make the mistakes that I made. God will be with you, this and that. I didn't get the benefit of good advice. That's why I made some mistakes. You, my son, I don't want you to repeat the mistakes that I've made.
That's right.
They will confess to their children how they ended up in jail.
And destroying Nigeria.
Yes, so the EFCC should do the needful. Bank chiefs permit some of these things to happen. We need to look closely at those bank chiefs,
right,
because they are part of our problem.
MJ, with regards to directive for deposit money banks to increase their capital base, what do you think are the underlying motivations behind this policy, and how does it, tie into Nigeria's economic growth?
Yes, we have 3 types of banks now. We have the regional banks with a capital base of like 10 billion. We have the national banks with a capital base of I think 15 billion. And we have, with 25 billion. And we have the international banks, like the likes of Access, GT, that can have branches outside of Nigeria with a capital base of 50 billion. Yeah, our first bank. Now, Cardoso is saying that for Nigeria to hit the $1 trillion economy by 2026, then our banks must have the capacity to fund big ticket transactions. Now, how are we able to do this without these banks playing the crooked ways of all these Forex things we see? Is to ensure that they increase their capital base so that they can be called banks in the real sense of it. They can be called deposit money banks in the real sense of it. And how are they doing this? Look at the Cardoso inherited a deficit of $7 billion in commitments made by the worst CBN governor we've had in history, and that's Godwin Emefiele. That guy is the most clueless CBN governor I've ever seen.
Decidedly clueless.
Very, very clueless. He was donating dollars as if it was going out of circulation. And I don't know how ashamed it would be now wherever he is. For somebody, for somebody to come, and within 6 months we were able to figure out that out of the 7 billion that you claim that the CBN was obligated to paying out, they discovered that there are some people, they were even allocated the money without asking for it. There are some people, and before you can ask for this thing, you will deposit naira. You will deposit naira with the CBN account. They got there, they discovered that there was no naira equivalent for these dollars that you have allocated to these banks. Then some of these banks came this, and they are head of treasuries. They will have their asses fried seriously in the next few days, because they are also culpable.
That's right.
And imagine where a CBN, where you move out $6.2 million, not naira, that's billions of naira, $6.2 million, quote and unquote, for payment to election observers. Right. Who does that? You are not even INEC. You are not the NSA. What is your business with the payment of election observers, international observers, that has been paid by their countries?
Right. We don't have much time. I've just been told that we have about a minute to go. BK, but very quickly, I want you to give your final thoughts on the fact that
we have a minute to go.
We've got commercial. So the questionable FX allocations. This ongoing investigation. How do you think it will impact on investors' confidence in Nigeria, Nigeria's economy, particularly in terms of foreign investment? Very quickly.
Already, investors are investing in Nigerian assets. That is one of the reasons why there is improved liquidity, which has impacted on the value of our currency.
Yeah.
People are asking the question, where are they seeing these dollars from? Yeah. Silly questions on social media. Where are they? I hope they are not borrowing. I hope. In the press statement that the CBN governor issued, he put it there, the last paragraph, it was there that improved diaspora remittances and foreign investment in Nigerian assets.
All right, BK.
So if they had even bothered to read to the end, the answer to the questions they keep asking was there.
And also the crude oil payments that was initially going to NNPC is now going directly to the CBN.
Yes.
We'll definitely see how
These things will help us in the final analysis. Investor confidence has already leaped from the fact that we were able to clear that the Forex backlog. Is giving people confidence that if they come to invest in Nigeria, they'll be able to repatriate.
Today, the Naira is 1,300 Naira.
Absolutely.
1,300 to 1,350.
Absolutely. We'll continue to monitor
going down.
trends and see how this is going to help, the economy of the Nigeria, on a broader level. Babajide Koladeji, thank you so much for your keenness of insight.
Thank you.
Mojid Jamil, thank you so much too for your time and all of the analysis that you provide on Journalist Hangout today. That's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the feed broadcast.